Hello to all my friends out there. So my meal number 4, my cheap, easy meal number 4 is going to be biscuits and sausage gravy. I bought this at Dollar Tree. And so let me give you the biscuit recipe. So, okay, my biscuits are going to improve because I found a good biscuit video. And I posted it on my Twitter so you guys can see it. Someone's mom made the biscuits. And so this is really good because now, you know, what if you don't have a can of biscuits? What if you don't have any self-rising flour? Okay. Well, that's why you gotta make them yourself. Okay, I finally decided to go with this flour, and I got this at Walmart. Okay, I am going to sift my flour. Before I start she was using self-rising flour, but what if you don't have any self-rising flour? You know, that can happen. What if you don't have $1 to buy a can of 5 biscuits and you have a family of 6? 1 cup flour. So, okay, I'm sifting my flour. Okay, 1 tablespoon baking powder. And let's see, 1/2 teaspoon salt. And 1 more cup flour. So 2 cups flour, 1 tablespoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon salt. Okay, now in her old-fashioned video, the way she had been doing it for years and years, she was using self-rising flour. But I have baking powder in my flour, and I want to make sure my flour is light and, airy, so that my biscuits are going to turn out light and airy. So what I want to do is, I was going to try to find a spoon. I want to re-sift my flour a little bit. I'll just put it over into one side of the bowl, and I'll sift it a couple times to make sure it's all mixed up, but also so that it's nice and airy. And then I'll go to her method, but I want to make sure my baking soda and my baking powder is distributed so that my biscuits come out okay. And they probably will. Living in California. Okay, my dad's side was from Missouri, but they were mostly bread eaters, not so much biscuits. I'm not saying they didn't eat biscuits, but they would make the bread. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with her method. I would say this was because of it does feel pretty light and fluffy. Okay. 1/3 cup shortening. Okay, this is where the stockpile is coming in handy. I bought the shortening at Walmart, and the reason I did buy the shortening at Walmart is because that is the cheapest place I could find it. This is not hard. The minute I saw her do it, I said, okay, I see where my biscuits were not light and fluffy. Why they weren't light and fluffy. Okay, now this calls for 3/4 cup milk, and in the video she diluted her buttermilk with water. So okay, so what I want to do is I want to make buttermilk. You could use milk, but I want to make my own buttermilk because in the event that you need buttermilk, and so okay, what I have is powdered milk. You know, there's no reason to cause things to be more expensive. So okay, I'm going 3/4 cup milk, and to make my milk sour milk, 1 tablespoon vinegar. This little thing is 2 tablespoons, so 1 tablespoon vinegar. And then I will save the powdered milk in the back for my, okay, here's the one I like. And if you get the small one, and I will be having some mashed potatoes, and I have some green beans, so, okay, so coming right along. What is kind of good about this is you don't have to rise it. And these don't take long to make or bake. Let's see, 12 to 15 minutes. Now in the video, hers was a little bit wetter than this, so I think I'm gonna make mine a little bit wetter. I'm gonna create another tablespoon of buttermilk. Go to the video. That'll really really explain stuff. You know, the old-fashioned method. Once I saw it, you know, it made perfect sense to me. But before I saw it, you know, I was having a good time making the biscuits. Yeah, so see how this is wetter in the middle? Okay, now that's looking good. That's looking just like hers. So what I'm really doing is I'm creating a ball of dough, of wet dough, really. Once you see that video, if you're a bread baker at all, you'll have a very easy, well, once you see this video. Okay, so see how that's like a little ball of dough? All right, now let me go wash my hands real quick so I can make my biscuits. Now, if I was experienced, this would be going a lot faster. If you're like me, you probably never had your hands in the food. That was a no-no. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to make sure these biscuits are coming out. Let me show you the recipe again. Okay, so remember I added a little bit more sour milk. And so, okay, so I greased a cookie sheet, my cheap little 99-cent. I don't have too much money invested in these biscuits. It's very easy. This is going to be a Southern California biscuit. I think the trick is not to overhandle them. These are going to taste good with my gravy. So this is very, very cheap, and it's everything in the stockpile. There's gonna be no no rushing out spending $1 on biscuits. You're gonna make your own. They're probably going to be like my biscuits the first couple times. They might not turn out perfect, but hey, that's fine. Next time they're going to come out much better. I think the key is don't overhandle them too much. Okay, so here's the biscuits. I came out with 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, you guys, I'll be back.